तुमची व्हिडिओ अरे माइक ऑन करा. आज ऑन आहे. ऑन आहे. ऑन आहे. करा करा. बोला सर.
Welcome to all of you. Hello.
चालू आहे सर.
Good morning to all of you. Today we are here for one day national webinar on biotechnological aspects of environmental monitoring organized by Department of Geography, Social Science Association and Green Audit Cell in association with IQAC of JET Arts, Science and Commerce College for Women, Malegaon, District Nasik, which is affiliated to SPPU Pune, Maharashtra. So again, welcome to all of you, the participants who have joined this webinar. So first of all, while starting to this program, introduction, I am over here in front of you.
सर पहले प्रिंसिपल सर.
So
वेलकम.
while introduction to, first of all, introduction of all, this is the period to take care of the disease, which is very infectious disease caused by a newly discovered coronavirus, COVID-19. So to take care precautions, this webinar is arranged online. Stay at home and be safe. This is the message for all. Now, starting to the main program, I wish to express my deep, sincere feelings of gratitude to our chairman of JET, Art, Science and Commerce College, Alhaj Ansari Nihal Ahmed Saib, who had given this platform. Firstly, I salute. Secondly, the principal of JET Art, Science and Commerce College for Women, Malegaon District, Nasik, Honorable Dr. Ansari Harun Ahmed Muhammad Ramzan sir, gave opportunity to organize webinar for Department of Geography. For this webinar, I nominate the name of President Dr. Ansari Harun Ahmed Mohammad Ramzan sir. So please sir, for uh, presidential speech. So I please welcome you and for this speech to come over here sir.
Thank you, sir. Welcome to all and very good morning to all of you. I, the principal of this college, behalf of JT Trust, JT Arts Science Commerce College, JT staff members, and JT College students, I welcome to all the dignitaries and the participants. It is very delightful moment for our college that our college, including from top to bottom, all departments generally organize such beneficial, beautiful and successful webinar for all the fields of participants and students. So it is very great pleasure for our college that we organize such successful, knowledgeable and to update the grades of knowledge of the participants. So I first of all, I give appreciation to my all the team from top to bottom, including all the department that they hard work for organizing it and they give the reason to success of this webinar. And at last, I conclude my speech and again I welcome to all. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you sir. You had given a valuable lecture, yeah, information which is given to you for the participants. So I thanks again, sir. Now I call upon here to IQAC coordinated to express my sincere thanks to IQC coordinated from Munawar sir. So I are diverse discipline of this work. So again, who have encouraged me lot, sir. So thanks, sir. I call upon here to IQC coordinated Professor Munawar sir. Kamoria sir.
Thank you, Dr. D.D. Sawant, sir, HOD of Geography Department. The president of this webinar, Dr. Ansari Mohammad Harun Mohammad Ramzan, sir. The management of JT campus, the chairman of the institute or the campus, Dr. Ansari Nihal Ahmad Sahab. Academic and administrative coordinator, Dr. Salma Abdul Sattar, ma'am. The whole department of geography, along with HOD and the staff members, and all the supporting faculty to organize this program, and all the participants, good morning. I, the accuracy coordinator of JT Arts, Science and Commerce College for Women, welcome all the participants in this webinar, which is entitled as Biotechnological Aspects of Environmental Monitoring. I think the title itself will clear in your mind the concept of the content of this program or this webinar, that how our college is taking a very positive step towards environmental aspects of academics as well as the institutions, which is the need of the hour. And I hope that with the help of this webinar, all the participants will get some innovative, some creative ideas, and they will feel like updated about the content of this webinar. And finally, I would like to express my very sincere gratitude to the resource persons of this webinar who have lent their helping hand and came forward to help us to make this program, this webinar, a success or possible. Thank you all the participants, and I hope you all will attend it from the beginning till end and be utilized by it. And finally, best of luck to all of you. Stay safe, stay healthy, and maintain all the precautions during this pandemic. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Professor Munawar sir. The message you had given to all the participants. Thank you. Now the success and credit goes to the flyover up to a altitude, which is being a coordinated
Please
of
mark
this
it
college.
Keith's fault. Keith
So here, this is the work is an output of inspiration and persistent guidance by Dr. Salma Abdul Sattar ma'am, who is an academic and administrative coordinator of this institution. So I thank you, ma'am. I call upon here to give fruitful message to all. So Salma ma'am, come on here.
A very good morning to all of you. A warm welcome to all participants on behalf of JT Management, especially our respected chairman, Honorable Ansari Nihal Ahmad Sahab, Honorable Principal Dr. Ansari Mohammad Harun Mohammad Ramzan Sahab, Honorable Coordinator IQAC, Professor Munawar sir, staff members and students. First of all, we would like to congratulate for organizing national webinar on a very important topic, biotechnological aspects of environmental monitoring, organized by Department of Geography Social Science Association, Green Audit Cell, in association with Accuracy of JT Arts, Science, Commerce College for Women, Malegaon, Nasik. We appreciate the initiatives and efforts taken by Dr. Sawan DD, HOD, Geography Department, Professor Munawar, Accuracy Coordinator, Dr. Yahya Khan and Dr. Ismail Sir, Coordinators of Green Audit Cell, Professor Pawar VK, Dr. Adil Momin. Because of their joint efforts, organizing this webinar is possible. Dear participants, we feel proud to announce today that we added 3 feathers in the cap of JT campus. It's a hit trick that our 3 students got qualified SET 2020. On behalf of JT Chairman, Honorable Alhaj Ansari Nehal Ahmed Sahib, Honorable Management of JT, Principal Dr. Ansari Muhammad Harun Muhammad Ramzan Sir, and his staff members, we would like to congratulate these 3 diamonds of JT campus. Firdaus Ara Javed Ahmed, she qualified SET exam in physical science. We would like to congratulate Firdaus along with her mentors, Professor Ansari Abul S, HOD Physics Department, Professor Ansari Safia. After that, Alhera Ambarin Masood Ahmed, she qualified SET exam in chemical science. Along with that, Asia Khatun Muhammad Idris, a student of MSc in organic chemistry, made a remarkable history that she qualified SET before completion of MSc. Its credit goes to our Honorable Principal Dr. Ansari Muhammad Harun Muhammad Ramzan Sir, because our dearest principal is from chemistry department. We would like to congratulate Professor Pathan Mohsin, HOD chemistry department, Dr. Ansari Farzana, Dr. Momin Adil. We would like to congratulate our staff member, Dr. Khan Romana, whose son, Professor Ansari Abdullah Daniel, MG Vidya Mandir's Art Science Commerce College, qualified SET exam in geography. Congratulations, Dr. Khan Romana and Professor Abdullah Daniel. Dear participants, today we have with us as a resource person, Honorable proud to announce that the wife of Dr. R.V. Patil sir, Mrs. Patil Sunita Lotan, qualified SET exam in library and information science. Congratulations sir and Sunita Bhabhi. Congratulations. Behind the success of a woman, of course, there is always a man like you sir. Sir, party baki rahegi. We feel very happy to share our achievements here. We wish you all the best for the grand success of this webinar. We extend our sincere gratitude to all the participants of this webinar. Dear participants, without your presence, this event would not be possible. All the best. Enjoy the fruits of knowledge. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am. This is the great success. Someone is there behind it, the success which is being done. So thank you for giving the message. So now, this is the work which is an output of inspiration and persistent guidance. And express my sincere thanks to the who had encouraged me and helped me a lot to carry out all the work in time right from beginning by Dr. Yahya Khan sir, Dr. Ismail sir, and my colleague Professor Pawar VK. I thank all of you who had worked as an enthusiastic work. So thank you very much, sir.
Introduction to
Uh, for aims and objectives, I call upon here to Dr. Yahya Khan, sir. Come in.
आर्मी को बोलो ज्वाइन है ना ज्वाइन जा सकते हैं मूवी जाओ मार्क्स करो सर के साथ जाओ जल्दी कलेश भाई की कर लो सर सब पिंकी मैडम ने इधर इधर को
सर।
बात
शेयर हो रही है
पिंकी मैडम ही है ना
इसको पहले ना ऊपर कर लो उसको क्लोज कर दो मैसेज आया स्क्रीनशॉट शेयर It's been a great honor to present aims and objectives of our one-day national webinar on biotechnological aspects of environmental monitoring, organized by Department of Geography and Green Audit Cell of JD Arts, Science and Commerce College for Women, Malegaon. The objectives of environmental monitoring are to establish a baseline of exposure, to correlate with a suspected source of contamination, estimate the changes in level of pollutants in the environments, confirming and reconfirming the success of the pollution control measures, collection of meaningful and relevant information against of the environment, know the nature and degree of pollution from various sources, recommendation of improved mitigation measures to be undertaken, and finally, what are the purpose of environmental monitoring is that adopt and design specific purification plants, check the industries for complaints of emission standards to prevent health hazards and disasters, progressively improving the state of environment. So, myself, Dr. Yahya Khan, is head Department of Botany, is now presented the aims and objective of today's today's webinar. So now I call head Department of Geography, Dr. Sawant sir, to come over here and introduce our today's resource person. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Today's research person which we have invited.
सुनो चेक करा ना सर आप बोलो आप इंट्रोडक्शन
Yes, yes, sir. I am available.
Dr.
Don't worry.
Rakesh Vasantrao Patel, MA B.Ed, ADC, SSA and A, MPhil NET, PhD in Geography. He is working as an assistant professor in Department of Geography in College MGVS Loknete Venkatrao Hire, Art Science and Commerce College, Panchavati, Nasik. He is having a teaching experience of undergraduate for 14 years and for postgraduate 11 years. He has also completed one minor research project sponsored by SPP University Pune. He has published 14 research papers in international journals. He has also presented research papers in international conference, 4 national conferences and 3 state level and 7 which are total papers. So he delivered a lecture and speeches at state level, 5 university level 2, and regional level 28. So today's topic which here selected is that the importance of word meteorology, which is related to the environment. So this is a very much reliable subject which is now been going on as a environmental hazards, yeah, meteorological, which is a subject. So, sir, I call upon here for this webinar. So all the participants are waiting for you. You are hearing me, sir?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I
Okay,
am
sir.
hearing.
Thanks, sir. Uh, sir, start your presentation then.
Thank you, sir. Thanks a
Okay,
lot.
sir. Thanks, sir.
First of all, I would like to thank the management of JIT Arts, Science and Commerce College for Women,
Patil sir.
Malegaon. Ah, yes, ma'am. Yes, yes, yes.
Congratulations sir.
Yes,
हमारे
ma'am. Yes.
प्रिंसिपल सर बोल रहे हैं congratulations आपको बहुत बहुत.
Oh, thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Thanks a
अब
lot.
पार्टी बाकी रहेंगी.
Definitely, ma'am. Definitely.
Okay, thank you.
Oh,
Okay.
okay, ma'am. So the management of JIT College, Chairman Saab, Dr. Alhas Ansari Nihal Ahmed Saab, Honorable Principal of the College, Dr. Ansari Mohammad Harun Mohammad Ramzan, Honorable Academic and Administrative Coordinator, my elder sister, Dr. Salma Abdul Sattar Madam, who always give me a motivation and guidance. The IQAC Coordinator, Honorable Munawar Sir, Head of the Department of Geography, and my friend, Honorable Dr. Dinkar Sawant Sir, my friend and good academician, Honorable Professor Vinod Pawar Sir, Head Department of Geography, Honorable Dr. Yahya Khan Sir, as well as all participants, my friends, my dear students. I welcome you all for this one-day national webinar. Now I'm going to start my presentation. So let me share my screen. Sir, is it visible?
Yes, sir, it is visible, sir.
Okay, sir. Thanks a lot. Thank you. See now, the topic of this national webinar is very interesting topic that you have chosen. I must congratulate the JIT College that you have chosen a different subject, that is the biotechnological aspects of environmental monitoring. As environmental monitoring is a key subject today, so everyone must consider these, the common people as well as the people like us, that means the academician, must consider this at an alarming rate and at a very emerging issue. See, my topic today is the importance of World Meteorological Day and the ocean, our climate and weather. This is actually the topic that I am going to discuss with you. See, what is, before going to have this importance of World Meteorological Day and all the aspects related to that, I must elaborate some concepts related to climate and weather. I think some of our students are from arts background also. So मैं थोड़ा हिंदी में भी बात करूँगा because some of my students, they also requested me to speak in Hindi as well as in English. So is it possible, sir? चलेगा? If it is possible, Hindi and English, then only, if you permit. Okay. So climate word climate is derived from the Greek word that is klima or climate, denoting inclination or latitude. Actually, this is related with the latitudes which are there, imaginary lines on the Earth's surface. That means the curvature of the Earth is basically related with the climate. So climate of a place determined by the position of that particular place on the surface of the Earth. So that's why the Greek people, they have given a very meaningful name to climate, that is climate, and which is directly the name indicates the inclination or latitude. So the term climate can be defined as the average weather conditions for a particular location. That means everyday conditions of the sky or atmosphere may get changed. At a specific time, suppose there may be a rainfall or there may be a cloud cover. One day there may be a sunny sky, clear sky may be there, or windy nature may be there. So the weather gets changed for day to day, but the climate is an average of weather conditions for a specific period or time that we call it as season. So climate is different for different places. So according to the situation of that particular place, the climate get changed. So the climate of a place which is near to the sea, जो समुद्र के नजदीक जो होगा, तो वहाँ का climate थोड़ा अलग है. But as we go deep into the continental part, the climate may be different. So near to the water bodies, जैसे कि समुद्र के नजदीक वाला अगर कोई area है, so we will, that area will have humid climate, but the Nagpur type cities, which are continental one, they may have different climate, that means dry climate. So moisture may be lower as compared to the places which are near to the sea surface or ocean surface. Okay, so climatic parameters are different. Climatic parameters are there that already you might have known, that are temperature, precipitation, atmospheric pressure, humidity, as well as velocity and direction of winds. These are the important parameters, or these are the important elements of climate are. So the subject in which we study all these, we called it as climatology. So it is a scientific study of climate, climatic variations, climatic extremes, their influences on variety of Earth's processes. And it is one of the major branches of Earth and atmospheric sciences. So this is all about climate. Then what is meteorology? That we are going to discuss. See, meteorology is a branch of atmospheric sciences. Actually, it is a branch of atmospheric sciences, and this particular branch which studies the atmospheric chemistry and atmospheric physics. See, climate and meteorology, there is a difference. So meteorology is broad aspect as compared to the climate. So climate is just related with the earth. Okay, but meteorology is related with not just with earth, but earth's atmosphere. That means a very large extent. So with a major focus on weather forecasting. And meteorology is basically deals with weather, the changing weather condition. जैसे कि रोज का weather कैसा है, वो कहाँ से study होगा, तो meteorology. जैसे हमारे महाराष्ट्र में इंडियन मेट्रोलॉजिकल डिपार्टमेंट है पुणे में, शिवाजी नगर के सामने उसका बड़ा ऑफिस है. सो वहां पे क्या होता है कि हर रोज अपना वेदर कैसा है, द डेली वेदर कंडीशंस दे मॉनिटर, दे मेक अ रिकॉर्ड्स ऑफ इट, और वो उसको क्या करते हैं, पब्लिश करते हैं इन द फॉर्म ऑफ मैप्स, इन द फॉर्म ऑफ डेटा, दे पब्लिश इट रेगुलरली. ओके, सो मेट्रोलॉजी ये क्या करता है, बेसिकली डील्स विद एटमॉस्फेरिक केमिस्ट्री एंड एटमॉस्फेरिक फिजिक्स. तो एटमॉस्फेयर में क्या क्या चेंजेस हो रहा है, हर रोज के चेंजेस, वो मेटेरोलॉजी में कंसीडर होंगे. सो मेटेरोलॉजी इज द स्टडी ऑफ अर्थ्स एटमॉस्फेयर and the variation in temperature and moisture patterns that produce different weather conditions. So some of the major subjects of study are such as the phenomena as precipitation, that is rain and snow, thunderstorms, tornadoes, hurricanes and typhoons. Actually tornadoes, hurricanes and typhoons, these are all some sort of cyclonic conditions. Okay, so all that are discussed within meteorology. So this definition of meteorology is also given here. You can see this definition. So what is meteorology? I want to clear with you. So now the concepts are clear, that what is climate and what is meteorology. Now we will move forward towards the World Meteorological Day. Now just now we have celebrated World Meteorological Day on 23rd of March. So every year we celebrate the World Meteorological Day on this particular date. So the day is of great significance, as it is a way to highlight how the Earth's atmosphere and behavior of people are knotted with each other. That means we are related with our environment, we are related with our atmosphere. As the atmosphere changes, the reflections or the effects of atmosphere are observed on people who are residing on the earth. Okay. That means we are living on the earth's surface, so we are experiencing atmospheric changes or atmosphere, as well as our activities, our various activities, economic activities, one can say, that are also creating some kinds of effects, and we are also affecting our atmosphere. So both these atmosphere and the behavior of people are knotted with each other. एक दूसरे से जुड़े हुए. We cannot separate. हम एक दूसरे से उसको अलग नहीं कर सकते. हमारा जो एटमॉस्फेयर है और लोगों का बिहेवियर है या लोग हैं, तो उनको हम अलग नहीं कर सकते. So that's why ये वर्ल्ड मेट्रोलॉजिकल डे जो है, that we celebrate. So what is the history behind celebrating this that we have to consider? See, the World Meteorological Organization, this is one of the important organization in the world, a specialized agency which is established by the United Nations. United Nations ने इसको establish किया है, तो इसका importance बहुत ज़्यादा है. So the agency provides information related to the climate, extreme weather events. Now, extreme weather events, that means events which are extremely happens. That means अगर rainfall हो रहा है, एक कम rainfall हो रहा है, that is not a problem. But if excessive rainfall, a very huge amount of rainfall occurs, so that we call it as extreme. Long-term climate change that are also studied under World Meteorological Organization. So the work or the function of World Meteorological Organization is very big because it is considering all the climate and weather events, as well as it is monitoring or it is getting the indicators of long-term climate change also. So WMO was established on March 23 in the year 1950. See, so this is very old organization because it was established in 1950. So to celebrate the inception of the organization, this particular organization, people started celebrating this day as World Meteorological Day. As it was, the WMO was established on March 23. So we have started celebrating this as a World Meteorological Day. So the WMO had its origin to International Meteorological Organization. So before WMO, there was one organization that was called as International Meteorological Organization, and which was founded in 1873. That means it is very old tradition that is following by WMO. So the forum was established with the aim of exchanging weather data, research, several proposals to make reforms and structural changes in IMO, which is finished in here in particular position. So later on, the World Meteorological Organization was established in the year 1950. So 1950 में ये सब एंड किया और IMO की जगह फिर क्या एस्टेब्लिश हो गया, WMO, that is World Meteorological Organization जो है वो एस्टेब्लिश हो गया in 1950. So this is some kind of history of World Meteorological Day. Now, why the theme that we have chosen here and why there is some importance of this that we are going to discuss. So the World Meteorological Day 2021, if you consider the theme and significance of it. So every year WMO, the World Meteorological Day is celebrated with a different slogan or theme. See, हर साल उसको अलग-अलग slogan, अलग-अलग themes दिया जाता है. Now for this year, WMO has announced the ocean, our climate and weather as the official theme. The ocean, our climate and weather. This is the theme that is chosen or announced by the WMO for this year, that is 2021. Why they have chosen this, that we are going to discuss now. So the theme has been selected in conjunction with the launch of the United Nations Decade of Ocean Science for Sustainable Development 2021 to 2030. See, the United Nations declared that this is the decade of ocean science for sustainable development. अगर हमें sustainable development करनी है, तो उसके लिए कुछ ना कुछ हमें करना चाहिए. तो यूनाइटेड नेशंस ने ऐसा डिसाइड किया कि ये पूरा 10 साल जो है हम इसको डिवोट करेंगे ओशन स्टडीज को, ओशन साइंस को हम डेडिकेट करेंगे फॉर आवर फ्यूचर डेवलपमेंट, फॉर आवर सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट. So it has been launched to raise awareness about the importance of the ocean and gather well-wishers to work towards the improvement of the ocean. See, though the ocean is very important part of our Earth, still much of the information or much of the studies are not observed related with ocean. So we must understand and we must aware the people about the importance of ocean, what we can get from the ocean and what we are getting from the ocean. Okay, so that part is basically covered by World Meteorological Organization by declaring this year dedicated to the ocean. So here the importance of ocean, if we consider the ocean covers nearly 70 to 71% of our Earth's surface. As you know that the Earth is made up of three spheres. First is the lithosphere, that is the sphere of land. Second is the hydrosphere, that is the sphere of water. Third is the sphere of air, that is atmosphere. And altogether, there is again one sphere that we call it is it as a biosphere, the sphere of living things. And these living things are dependent on all these three spheres. But if we consider the Earth, this Earth is made up of these three spheres basically. So environmental significance, if we consider about the ocean, that ocean is a major driver of world's weather and climate. So most of our climate as well as our weather are controlled by ocean. So ocean is a key factor behind it. So it plays a central role in climate change also. Then if you consider economic significance, so ocean is also a major driver of global economy, which is carrying more than 90% of world trade. That means if you consider the transportation of various materials and products, so ocean provides a medium or mode for transportation, and this is very cheap sort of transportation that is available. So due to that, our world trade is possible, and globalization and privatization, all these aspects are possible as because of these oceans are really available and they are providing cheap sort of transportation. So in economical point of view also, oceans are very important, and sustaining the 40% of humanity that lives within 100 kilometers of the coastal area. That means the people who are residing near to the ocean, they are totally dependent on ocean. Most of them are dependent on ocean. Now see, if you consider one more thing, that most of our cities, if you consider the metro cities or large cities, they are also located near to the oceans or seas. So this is a very important aspect, that our settlements, large settlements are observed near to the oceans. So there is significance of ocean, and that's why the people chosen these places for residential purpose, for their economic activities, for variety of different things, because oceans provides variety of different things. So these are some of the things that are provided by the ocean. So ocean se hame kya milta hai? We may get air, the fresh air. The ocean produces over half of the world's oxygen and towards 50 times more carbon dioxide than our atmosphere. Then ocean also regulates climate, which also provides transportation. Oceans are also provides a platform for recreation. Okay, जहाँ पे हम scuba diving कर सकते हैं, kayaking कर सकते हैं. We may have the fishing activities also. Okay, so variety of different things that are provided by the ocean, and which is also related with our economy. Ocean also provides a large part of our food demands. Our protein demands are also provided. A large part of our protein demands are provided by the oceans. So ocean provides seafood, and the people who are living or residing near to the oceans, they are totally dependent on ocean and seas for getting their food demands basically. Then also the ocean provides some sort of medicines. So medicinal products came from the ocean, as well as several mineral resources can also be obtained from ocean beds. So this is all about the oceans that the ocean provide to us. Then one may say that why we have to study ocean. So recognizing all this importance of ocean, National Meteorological and Hydrological Services researchers regularly monitor the ocean and how it is changing. See, we have to monitor the change in the ocean also and modeling how it affects the atmosphere and delivering a wide variety of marine services, including supporting coastal management and safety of life at sea. So, uh, every day or every point of time, we have to monitor the ocean because changes in ocean can change our lives. Changes in ocean can change our atmosphere. Changes in ocean can change our weather. So that's why we have to have the keen observation of changes in ocean. So today the growing impacts of climate change are making ocean observations, research and services more critical than ever before. So we have to adopt variety of different services. We have to adopt variety of different techniques to observe oceans. Okay, because research activities must be going on so that we can also have some forecasting related with our weather or climate, and we can step forward for getting some sort of planning to overcome some problems or to overcome some sort of critical problems that we are going to face in future. Then the World Meteorological Day theme, अगर हम consider करें, the theme is the ocean, our climate and weather. So ocean drives the world's weather and climate and anchors the global economy and food security. Already this point is covered. So climate change is hitting the ocean hard, but also increasing hazards for hundreds of millions of people. That means if climate change happens, so it will affect the ocean, and after the ocean get affected, it will definitely affect our climate as well as our weather. And as our climate or weather get affected, so it will be we are getting affected. So most of the people who are those are living near to the oceans, they will get affected suddenly or very fastly. So oceans are increasingly becoming vulnerable and perilous. So problems in the ocean are increasing. ओशन से रिलेटेड जो प्रॉब्लम्स है दिनों दिन क्या हो रहा है, वो ज्यादा से ज्यादा खतरनाक बनते जा रहा है, जो आगे जाके बहुत बड़ी मुसीबत हमारे सामने क्रिएट कर सकते हैं. बिकॉज वी आर नॉट अवेयर अबाउट व्हाट आर द प्रॉब्लम्स दैट ओशंस आर फेसिंग. हमें लैंड सरफेस पे के प्रॉब्लम्स बहुत जल्दी समझ में आ रहे हैं. वी आर ऑल्सो एक्सपीरियंसिंग द प्रॉब्लम्स ऑफ एटमॉस्फेयर. हमें क्लाइमेट में जो प्रॉब्लम आ रहे हैं वो भी दिख रहा है, लेकिन ओशंस में क्या प्रॉब्लम्स हो रहे हैं, व्हाट आर द चेंजेस दैट अकर इन ओशंस दैट वी आर नॉट अवेयर ऑफ, हमें उसके बारे में ज्यादा पता नहीं है. वी आर नॉट मच इन्फॉर्म्ड अबाउट दिस थिंग्स. सो द ओशन एक्ट्स एज द अर्थ्स थर्मोस्टैट. देखिए अगर क्लाइमेटिक पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से देखें, सो ओशन एक्ट्स एज अ थर्मोस्टैट एंड कन्वेयर बेल्ट. You might have heard about these two words. आपको ये दोनों वर्ड पता होंगे. थर्मोस्टैट, थर्मोस्टैट कहाँ पे होता है आपको पता है. थर्मल जो कंट्रोल करता है, तो उसको यानी टेम्परेचर कंट्रोल के लिए हम बेसिकली थर्मोस्टैट यूज करते हैं. और कन्वेयर बेल्ट, अगर कोई सामान एक जगह से दूसरी जगह आपको पहुंचाना है तो उसके लिए आप क्या यूज करते हो, कन्वेयर बेल्ट. अगर आप एयरपोर्ट पे जाओगे तो आपको आपका सामान कन्वेयर बेल्ट पे रखा हुआ नजर आए. So it absorbs. So basically ocean acts like this, thermostat and conveyor belts. So ocean absorbs and transforms a significant portion of sun's radiation. So जो sun से जो radiation आ रहा है, the energy that is coming from the sun is basically absorbed and transformed by the ocean before hitting the earth's surface, and it provides heat and water vapor to the atmosphere. So whatever be the rainfall that we get today, it is as because of evaporation that takes place on the ocean surface. So water vapors get added to the atmosphere, and due to that we are getting rainfall, that we know. So it provides heat as well as water vapor to the atmosphere. So enormous horizontal and vertical ocean currents form and circulate this heat around the planet. जो heat है, now the heat is circulated, एक जगह पे concentrate नहीं हो रही है, उसको ओशन क्या कर रहा है, एक जगह से दूसरी जगह उसको भेज रहा है. दैट मीन्स ओशन इज सर्कुलेटिंग दिस हीट फ्रॉम वन प्लेस टू अनदर प्लेस. So how this is possible? This is possible as because of ocean currents. So there are two types of ocean currents are there. Basically, warm and cool ocean currents are there. So Gulf Stream is one of the ocean current that flows from the North America in Atlantic Ocean. So which flows from Gulf of Mexico towards the upper part of North America. So while moving towards the northern place or northern area, it gives heat to the surrounding portion. So as it is warm, उसको heat ज़्यादा है, उसमें temperature ज़्यादा है, तो वो क्या करता है, ऊपर की जो जगह है, ऊपर का जो ocean water है, तो उसको भी वो क्या करता जाता है, warm बनाता जाता है. From north side, there is a Labrador current that flows towards the southern side. That is a cool current. Basically, उसका temperature बहुत कम रहता है. So, जहाँ पे ये दोनों currents मिलते हैं, वहाँ पे एक ऐसा atmosphere बनता है जिससे कि वहाँ पे अच्छे fishes develop हो सकते हैं. Because there is a warmness is there in the ocean water. अगर वहाँ पे Gulf Stream ना होता, तो वहाँ पे fishing possible नहीं होते. लेकिन दुनिया के सबसे अच्छे फिशिंग ग्राउंड्स आज आप वहां पे दिखाई देंगे. So large fishes, large number of fishes that are captured or catch in this particular area. So as because of this, that means I want to just give a message that here that ocean, they are flowing or they are circulating the heat from one part of earth to the other part of earth where there is less heat or less temperature is there. So which is thousands of kilometers away from the source. So thus shaping the Earth's weather and climate on global and local scale. If you measure the ocean water temperature is never very high or very low. Okay, there is a moderate temperature is observed. So which remains warm. Ocean water remains warm as compared to the other terrestrial water bodies. जो आपके surface के जो water bodies है उससे ocean water जो है थोड़ा warm रहेगा. As because of this thing, the circulating of heat. So the ocean absorbs nearly 90% of excess heat trapped by greenhouse gases. So you might have heard about greenhouse gases. Greenhouse is one of the effect that is creating very huge impact on our Earth's atmosphere, Earth temperature. So our temperature of our Earth is increasing. That is the global warming that we are experiencing. The global warming is the outcome of basically because of these greenhouse gases also. So these greenhouse gases are also one of the important factor for increasing our Earth's temperature, average temperature. So basically carbon dioxide, nitrous oxide, methane and ozone, these are the greenhouse gases. So these greenhouse gases, they are creating excess heat. So thus oceans are shielding us from even greater temperature increases as a result of climate change. So अगर oceans नहीं होते तो क्या होता? ये जो heat है, that will get spread over the Earth surface. वो Earth surface पे रहती. आज जो हमें जो life दिख रहा है, the life we are enjoying today may not be possible. वो आज यहाँ पे नहीं होता अगर oceans नहीं होते. Because oceans क्या कर रहा है? Excess heat trap कर रहा है. Excess heat trap कर रहा है. So, but this comes at a high price as ocean is warming and changes in ocean chemistry are already disturbing marine ecosystem and people who depend on them. Though the ocean is absorbing, but there is a limit to absorb the heat. As the ocean is absorbing heat day by day, it becoming warmer and warmer and warmer. And this warming ocean is creating a problem. It's creating a huge problem in ocean ecosystem, marine ecosystem. The animals that are living in the ocean or the plants which are there in the ocean, so that get disturbed or that ecosystem get disturbed as because of this warmness of ocean. Though there is always a warmness, but this warmness is increasing. Temperature of ocean water is also increasing. So ultimately, this will affect the fishes or the sea products that we are getting, and people who depend on them. So जो लोग उस पे depend करते हैं, oceans पे depend करते हैं totally, they may get affected due to all these activities. So the phenomena such as El Nino the southern oscillation. This is related with our monsoon climate also. So we are experiencing drought if there is El Nino or southern oscillation is very strong. एक तरह की एक टेम्परेचर एनोमली है सरफेस वाटर पे, एक एनोमली जो क्रिएट होती है पैसिफिक ओशन में, तो उसको हम एल नीनो सदर्न ऑसिलेशन बोलते हैं. आर अ कपलिंग बिटवीन द एटमॉस्फेयर एंड द ओशन एंड अफेक्ट्स द टेम्परेचर एंड प्रेसिपिटेशन एज वेल एज स्टॉर्म पैटर्न्स इन मेनी पार्ट्स ऑफ द ग्लोब. तो सदर्न ऑसिलेशन से यानी एल नीनो से बहुत सारे वर्ल्ड के वेदर एंड क्लाइमेट अफेक्ट होता है. सो बेसिकली टेम्परेचर प्रेसिपिटेशन इस पे तो बहुत ज्यादा जल्दी असर होता है. प्रेसिपिटेशन गेट अफेक्टेड, जैसे मैंने बताया कि मानसून गेट अफेक्टेड ड्यू टू एल नीनो, एज वेल एज इन मेनी पार्ट्स द स्टॉर्मी कंडीशंस आर प्रिवेलिंग मोर एज बिकॉज ऑफ एल नीनो. सो जैसे जैसे टेम्परेचर ऑफ ओशन वाटर इंक्रीज हो रहा है, so due to that stormy condition are also increasing day by day. So however, the natural ocean atmospheric equilibrium is increasingly distorted by the effects of human activities. So human activities are responsible for all these inequilibrium that takes place in the ocean water. So ocean water या ocean atmosphere और ocean ecosystem इसको जो बोल सकते हैं हम, so उसको जो अफेक्ट हो रहा है तो किसकी वजह से हो रहा है? ह्यूमन एक्टिविटीज की वजह से हो रहा है. एज वी आर क्रिएटिंग मोर पोल्यूशन, वी आर क्रिएटिंग मोर, वी आर रिस्पॉन्सिबल फॉर जनरेटिंग मोर हीट, सो वी आर आल्सो डिस्टॉर्टिंग द ओशन इकोसिस्टम. So WMO Secretary General Professor Petteri Talas, who stated that ocean heat is at record levels because of greenhouse gas emissions, and ocean acidification continues unabated. So the impact of these will be felt for hundreds of years because the ocean has a long memory. WMO के जो सेक्रेटरी है, सेक्रेटरी जनरल है प्रोफेसर पेटरी, इन्होंने ऐसा कहा है कि ओशन का जो वार्मनेस है, द टेम्परेचर ऑफ ओशन इज गेटिंग वेरी और इंक्रीजिंग वेरी हाई रेट. उसमें एसिडिफिकेशन भी बहुत ज्यादा बढ़ रहा है और इसका जो इम्पैक्ट है वो थोड़े दिन के लिए नहीं तो बहुत सालों तक इसका इम्पैक्ट हमें झेलना पड़ेगा. Ice is melting. He also states that ice is melting with profound repercussions for the rest of the globe. So through changing weather patterns and accelerating sea level rise, in 2020, the annual Arctic sea ice minimum was among the lowest on record, exposing polar communities to abnormal coastal floodings and stakeholders such as shipping and fisheries to sea ice hazards. देखिए, that means here the ice is melting with an alarming rate. The rate of melting ice is highest in the year 2020, and due to that there was a abnormal coastal flooding. That means coastal area which were completely frozen before, they get flooded. वहाँ पे पानी आ गया, क्यों? क्योंकि ice melt हो गया. And because of these, the fishing activities as well as the shipping activities get affected. So naturally, वहाँ का vegetation होगा, वहाँ का animals life जो होगा, उस पे भी उसका बहुत सारा असर definitely हुआ. So he also stated that warm ocean temperatures have fueled a record Atlantic hurricane season and intense tropical cyclones in the Indian and South Pacific Oceans in the 2020. See, last year maximum cyclonic conditions हमें देखने को मिली. Maximum cyclonic conditions in the Arabian Sea, sorry, in Bay of Bengal basically. And given that about 40% of global population live within 100 kilometers of coast, already this part is covered. कि हमारा 40% global population या 100 किलोमीटर या उसके नजदीक कोस्टल एरियाज में रेसाइड करता है, तो ये जो स्टॉर्म सर्चेस होंगे, कोस्टल हजार्ड्स होंगे, इट विल डेफिनेटली heat the people. It will definitely heat our settlements. It will definitely impact our settlements, our life, our daily activities also. So that's why we have to consider it very seriously. हमें उसकी तरफ बहुत ज्यादा पैमाने पर उसको ध्यान देना पड़ेगा, क्योंकि हम सिर्फ एटमॉस्फेरिक कंडीशंस पे ही नजर रख रहे हैं, लेकिन वो एटमॉस्फेरिक कंडीशंस क्यों चेंज हो रहा है, व्हाई देयर आर साइक्लोन्स आर देयर, वो उसके रीजंस हमें ढूंढने पड़ेंगे। तो उसका बहुत बड़ा रीजन है ओशन वाटर वार्मिंग। Then the ocean has taken up more than 90% of excesses already, that I already told you. By 2100, the ocean will have taken up 2 to 4 times more heat than it has in the last 50 years. यानी आज के 50 साल तक जितना हीट उसने एब्सॉर्ब किया है, उससे 2 to 4 टाइम्स ज्यादा हीट 2100 में वहां पे ओशंस कैरी करेगा इफ ग्लोबल वार्मिंग इज लिमिटेड टू 2 डिग्री सेल्सियस। यानी ग्लोबल वार्मिंग जो है यानी एवरेज टेम्परेचर ऑफ द अर्थ इफ इट इज इंक्रीज बाय 2 डिग्री सेल्सियस तब, एंड अप टू 4 to 7 टाइम्स मोर इफ इमिशंस आर हायर। लेकिन अगर उससे भी ज्यादा अगर हमारा टेम्परेचर अर्थ का बढ़ रहा है, सो दिस विल बी मोर देन 4 to 7 टाइम्स, यानी 4 से 7 टाइम्स ज्यादा वो क्या होगा, एब्सॉर्ब करेगा, ओशन जो है हीट एब्सॉर्ब करेगा। सो अकॉर्डिंग टू द इंटर गवर्नमेंटल पैनल ऑन क्लाइमेट चेंज स्पेशल रिपोर्ट ऑन ओशन एंड क्रायोस्फीयर, वाटर इज इन सॉलिड फॉर्म। क्रायोस्फीयर का मतलब होता है कि सॉलिड फॉर्म ऑफ वाटर इन अ चेंजिंग क्लाइमेट। तो आईपीसीसी जिन्होंने ग्लोबल वार्मिंग सबसे पहले उसका रिपोर्ट जो है वो पेश किया था, उनका ये कहना है कि 2100 में सिचुएशन बहुत वर्स हो जाएगी। यानी आज से नियर अबाउट कितना 80 इयर्स, वी जस्ट हैव टू कंसीडर 80 इयर्स। सो एक हमारा नेक्स्ट फ्यूचर जनरेशन जो रहेगा उसको ही हम बहुत सारी नेचुरल रिसोर्सेज जो है वो प्रोवाइड नहीं कर पाएंगे। इफ वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट, देन वी आर फेलिंग फॉर गेटिंग सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट because we are experiencing that we are losing these resources. हम क्या कर रहे हैं, उसको जाया कर रहे हैं। So in warmer ocean waters, the mixing between water layers is reduced. Mixing ज्यादा अच्छे नहीं हो पाते अगर ज्यादा warm ocean water हो गया तो। And with it, the supply of oxygen and nutrients for marine life is also reduced. So जब water temperature ज्यादा रहेगा तो उसमें से ऑक्सीजन का जो सप्लाई है वो कम हो जाएगा, न्यूट्रिएंट सप्लाई उसमें से कम हो जाएगा। एंड ओशन हैज टेकन अप बिटवीन 20 to 30% of human induced carbon dioxide emissions over the past 40 years, causing ocean acidification. You might have known this thing कि carbon dioxide जो है, most of the carbon dioxide get stored in the ocean beds. ओशन के वाटर में, उसके ओशन बेड में, लोअर पार्ट ऑफ ओशन में क्या होता है कि कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड स्टोर होता है, कार्बन स्टोरेज जिसे बोला जाता है। लेकिन क्या हो रहा है कि दिनों दिन ये कार्बन का जो इमिशन है वो बढ़ रहा है, कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड का इमिशन बढ़ रहा है। तो जो कार्बन इमिशन बढ़ने की वजह से ज्यादा कार्बन ये ओशंस में जा रहा है, जिसकी बदौलत ओशन एसिडिफिकेशन का एक बहुत बड़ा मसला सामने। So there is evidence that ocean warming and oxygen loss will result in significant consequences for ecosystems, society and economies. Definitely, it will harm the ecosystem, the marine ecosystem. वहाँ पे जो fishes रहेंगे, वहाँ पे जो sea creatures रहेंगे, उस पे उसका effect रहेगा। तो वहाँ के जो plants रहेंगे, उस पे उसका effect होगा। नेचुरली उसका इफेक्ट हमारी सोसाइटी पे होगा, जो पूरी तरह से फिशिंग पे या ओशन वाटर पे, सी वाटर पे डिपेंड है, तो उन पे उसका असर होगा। हमारी इकोनॉमी पे उसका बहुत बड़ा असर होने वाला है। सो ओशन वार्मिंग एंड चेंजेस इन ओशन केमिस्ट्री आर ऑलरेडी डिस्टर्बिंग द ओशन फूड चेन। सो इफ दिस फूड चेन इज ब्रेक, व्हाट विल हैपन? द मेजर सोर्स ऑफ आवर प्रोटीन डिमांड, major source of our food demand, we will lose it. We will not get the proteins, we will not get the food. Obviously, we are shorting. That means as our population is increasing, we have to try for new food, or we have to try for getting food from variety of different places. So ocean is providing a variety of different food types to us. लेकिन ऐसे ही अगर चलता रहा, ओशन इकोसिस्टम अगर डिस्टर्ब होती रही, तो आगे जाके हमें ओशन से जो फूड डिमांड्स है वो उससे हमें पूरी नहीं कर पाएंगे एंड दिस विल ड्रास्टिकली इफेक्ट द ओशन। जो एनिमल्स है उस पर बहुत बुरा असर उससे होने वाला है। Then sea level has risen by around 15 centimeter during the 20th century. अगर 20वीं सदी में हम देखें तो sea level rise कितना हुआ है 15 centimeter. So sea level rise is due to melt water from glaciers, the expansion of warmer sea waters, and to growing water inputs from ice sheets in Greenland and Antarctica. तो जो पहले frozen ice था, it get melt due to the increasing temperature of our earth. So as because of this, the sea level is rising. As I told you, in the upper latitudes, that means upper north latitudes जो है वहां पे कभी फ्लडिंग नहीं हुआ करता था, लेकिन वहां पर भी कोस्टल फ्लडिंग दिखाई दे रहा है as because of melting of these ice sheets. So sea level will continue to rise for the next centuries also. So IPCC projections show that sea level rise can reach around 30 centimeter to 60 centimeter by 2100, even if greenhouse gas emissions are sharply reduced and global warming is limited to well below 2 degrees Celsius. कितना भी हमने कोशिश किया, whatever be the things that we carry out, कितना भी हमने कोशिश किया, फिर भी sea level rise ये आगे जाके कितना 2100 तक 30 to 60 सेंटीमीटर का sea level rise होगा, ऐसे IPCC का कहना है. So however, if greenhouse gas emission continues unabated, the increase will be between 60 centimeter to 110 centimeter, and there will be a chaos if such things happens. हमारी जो metro cities है, most of our metro cities are near to the sea level, coastal area. Okay, so जैसे कि मुंबई है, चेन्नई है, ठीक है. अमेरिका में भी बहुत सारे जो cities है वो कहाँ है, तो near to the coast है. तो all these cities will get affected due to sea level rise. क्योंकि 60 centimeter to 110 centimeter, that means our coastal cities will get flooded. So sea level rise is not globally uniform, but varies regionally. अलग-अलग जगह पे अलग-अलग उसका असर हो रहा है. So कुछ जगह पे उसका बहुत ज्यादा असर हमें बहुत जल्दी नजर आएगा, कुछ एरियाज पे उसका असर जो है होगा, लेकिन वो बाद में धीरे-धीरे हमें समझ में आएगा. So then sea level rise and more intense storm events will also increase the frequency of extreme sea level events that occur during high tides, with increasing risk for many low-lying coastal cities and small islands that already I have told you. So some of our islands may get submerged under the water. जो islands है, छोटे-छोटे islands है, हमारे इंडिया के भी अराउंड बहुत सारे islands हैं, तो वो islands क्या हो सकते हैं, पानी के अंदर चले जा सकते हैं, submerged हो सकते हैं, as because of increasing sea level. तो वहाँ पे high tides भी बहुत ज़्यादा आएंगे, और जिसकी वजह से बहुत बड़ा एरिया जो है कोस्टल एरिया का बहुत बड़ा एरिया पानी के अंदर कुछ टाइम के लिए जा सकते हैं. So as the ocean continues to warm and sea level to rise, the need for observation, research and operational services will continue to grow. हमें बहुत ज़्यादा ऑब्जर्वेशन, बहुत ज़्यादा रिसर्च, बहुत ज़्यादा सर्विसेज की जरूरत पड़ेगी. So we have to have take a projects related with oceans. We have to take research projects. We have to take various kinds of activities, programs related with oceans. So WMO is committed to working with a wide array of partners to accelerate international action to increase climate change adaptations, build resilience and support sustainable development for future generation. WMO इसके लिए काम कर ही रहा है, लेकिन ये हमारी भी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी है. As we are that means arranging the seminars, conferences, the topic of global warming. So we have to have arranged the seminars, discussions, conferences, symposia on oceans also. The topic of ocean should not be neglected, because all other aspects we are getting much more attention, but oceans as compared to other subjects, we are not giving much attention to that. So एक थोड़ा सा एक शायरी है तो मेरी हैसियत से ज्यादा मेरी थाली में तूने परोसा है। मेरी हैसियत से ज्यादा मेरी थाली में तूने परोसा है। तू लाख मुश्किलें भी दे दे मालिक, तू लाख मुश्किलें भी दे दे मालिक, मुझे तुझ पे भरोसा है, मुझे तुझ पे भरोसा है। All ultimate सुपर पावर इज ऑलवेज विथ अस। तो आज जो है मुझे यहाँ पे बोलने का मौका दिया। मेरा जो एक जितना टाइम में बोला आपने ध्यान से उसको सुना, तो आई एम वेरी थैंकफुल to the organizing committee as well as the participants, my dear friends and my dear students for listening to me. If you have any doubt, any queries, you can ask me. अगर आपका कोई सवाल हो, आपके कोई questions हो, तो these are welcome.
It's a nice presentation given by you, sir. Any of the participants that you have question on this presentation, so you can ask. There are no questions, sir. I think so. But Nanda Kishore Bachao, sir, has given feedback on your presentation. Is that super presentation, sir, and its content?
Thank you, sir. Thanks. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
So I think so, sir. There are no questions from any of the participants. And no doubt is that your presentation is very clear, sir. So for that reason, there is no question.
Thank you, sir. This is all about because of the blessings of all my friends, my colleagues, and because of this, the presentation I could present over here.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thanks
sir.
a lot.
So now we are very much thankful to Dr. Patil sir from Panchavati College, Nasik. We are very much thankful to you, sir, for accepting our invitation on the eve of this national webinar.